Okay, so I'm going to talk about two things at once. I'm going to talk about the scroll stopping ads and hero images. These work very similar to your AI images. There's not a lot of difference. Before you do your scroll stopping ads, I would suggest you to create some magic hooks so you have some ideas of the concepts you want to start working with, because these hooks will be used for ads for your scroll stopping ads images. A hero image is usually an image you see at the top of a banner of a website or something. These are sideways, but they're going to go across the top of your banner. So this one, we created a hive of bees. We just thought that was kind of a fun thing. So this would go across like your Facebook header, your Facebook cover, or your Instagram cover. You could do those kind of things. This is very interesting. You're going to take these images, and the reason they're called hero images is because their size. They're going to be wider. They're going to be a little more detailed, a little more interesting. And so your image idea, you're going to put bees doing business. Now, what kind of emotions do you want on this? Desire, tranquility, beauty, puzzlement, intrigue. I like excitement. And then maybe I want to do desire. Photorealism means it's going to look like an actual photo. So we can click that one on. You want color to be black and white or in color. And then your aspect ratio. Again, if you're going to do it on social media or for a phone, you do that. If you can do it for a blog post, you do that. And then you can do specifically maximize your emotional palette. So if you want the lighting to be really popping, if you want the color to be really bright, if you want there to be perspectives and angles, this is what you want to use to adjust that. Again, your target audience, this is entrepreneurs for me. I'm going to do, you can do digital art. I want this to be a photograph. I'm kind of curious to see what they'll do about a photo here. And I'm going to do realistic. And let's use the orange for the color on this. And I'm going to create another hero image. Again, if you've done our modules on images, you're going to see how these work very similarly. Now, it says 3 minutes, and I've told you this before, but that 3 minutes may be 10 seconds, it may be 30 seconds. I've rarely had them go for more than a minute. Personally, that took 10 seconds. And so this is not a B, it's doing his business, but maybe I need to do B in a business suit. Now I'll create another image, but see how detailed that image is? Let's pull that up. And again, if I like that, I want to highlight it. Okay, look at the hairs on this thing. This was all done digitally. He's got one of these crooked and one of these straight. Look at his feet. Look at the hairs. Look at the drops on it. Look at the background. That's very detailed. And so this was done by an AI image. I know people that have paid hundreds of dollars for a little image like this. This is before AI hit and everything. Let's see if it came up with something. There we go. That's creepy. That's why we would not want this to be photorealistic. And we would not want it to be a photograph. We want it to be an illustration. And probably, let's go vintage just for the fun of it. I'm going to create another one. And so that's the fun about these. You're using AI and you have to talk to it in a way that it communicates. And these hero images are going to be very specific. Same thing with your scroll stopping ads. They're going to be very specific to a stylized type thing. You want something that catches attention, that's just not a boring image and everything. So give it a minute to do this. I say a minute, give it a few seconds. We'll look and see what this one shows up with. That one's kind of creepy, but it's interesting. That's photorealistic, isn't it? I would definitely put a 1 on that one because that one's creepy as it can get, but that's okay. You got to do that. All right. And now just put those two images together. That's interesting, though. I wouldn't have thought this for a style, but that's kind of a unique thing. Let's go back to our Hive apps. Let's go to our scroll stopping ads. The same thing here, just your ratios are going to be different. So this one, I put a woman superhero making money happen, you know. This one down here, I put 8-bit. I wanted it to look like it was from an old cartoon comic. I did a man flying on a cell phone. These I did 8-bit looking like they're in a video game. And so it's just kind of fun. Again, what kind of style do you want? Do you want emotional appeal? Do you want to be innovative? And I would turn most of these off and just keep a couple of them off on at a time. But the more fine-tuned it is, the better your image is going to be. You want colors, you want to be photorealistic or not. These are not photorealistic. They're just unique. And so they work the same way, these two structures. One is focused on ads, It's going to give you more spaces to put stuff in. And the other one's going to be focused on a hero image or what you use on a blog post. It's going to give lots of gaps around it, a lot of space around it where you can put words for a call to action or a call out so people can find things. So those are the benefits of doing those. Of course, you can just use the AI editor to create similar things. They'll just be slightly different. You can't dictate the emotions and the focus on composition, the clarity and simplicity. You can actually type these things in with the AI image maker and get very similar ads just by going to the AI images, as long as you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, the scroll stopping ads and the hero image will probably help you out because you can dictate those specific categories of emotion or contrast or clarity.